I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna use the blend brush, and that's my bronzer. Contour actually has more of an ashy shade because it emulates shadowing. So I'm just gonna go into my contour color. I would have never ever tried to do this in a million years if Saint didn't tell me exactly where to put it. I'm just doing a light, airy brushing for church. One, because, well, this stuff's super quick, so there is time, but just because I don't want to scare anybody. So just a little bit up and under that cheekbone. You can go off your landmarks, top of ear to outer corner of eye. And what we're doing, we're lifting our whole face. And I like this blend brush because you kind of blend as you go. You'll see videos on here of me placing the color with different brushes and blending in the end. But this is kind of my new favorite, blending as I go. So we hit those cheekbones kind of to lift, and now we're gonna kind of get our forehead here. You kind of go temple to temple right along your hairline. It makes your forehead maybe appear just a little bit shorter and accentuates the roundness of your head. So I'm just see a little contour up there. I don't go in my temples because they're already hollowing. So, but if you don't have hollow temples, go temple to temple with your contour color. Next part of contour, I'm gonna kind of go down my nose here. And the closer these lines are together, the more narrow your nose will appear. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's why I like cream, because we blend this and it just works. So it kind of narrows your nose. I always do like a little cutoff at the end for a little button nose. Next part of contour, I do it right under my lip for a little added pucker for my lip. And then I put it on the lower jaw, and this is the last part of contour. Really chiseling out that natural jawline and giving you a bunch of definition. Then I brush that back right away, otherwise I will forget. Now we're on to brightening highlight. So I'm gonna go to the lightest color of the 3D foundation, right here, the middle one. Still just using the blend brush. Our brushes were made for cream, so it's super nice. They grab the product, put it on your face. So it doesn't muddy when you go in between your 3D foundation colors. So just dabbing in my brightening highlight, putting a little bit in between the brows, right there. And then I'm gonna add a little bit down my nose in the center to continue to narrow that nose, a little on the tip of my nose. And then I get the Cupid's bow. I'm pretty red here from blowing my nose. We have the sneezels over here right now. So we're using a lot of Kleenex. So brightened in between the brows, down the nose, tip of nose, Cupid's bow, chin. And then we're gonna get the inner corner of the eye and the outer corner of the eye. So I just dab in. Cream is heavily pigmented, so you need very little, which works in our favor. Less is more. You don't wanna pile it on looking like, you know, a birthday cake when you're just doing your makeup. So I put a little tiny bit of brightening highlight in there, and I stipple it out, kind of press it into my skin. And then the outer corner of the eye, I always like to follow that corner and lift up. It's kind of an instant little eye lift, and we'll blend it out a little bit, but you see what I'm talking about. So same thing over here, a little brightening highlight in this inner corner. And then we're gonna go and swipe it right here to really lift that eye, attack any purple blue there. Look at that. So brightening highlight done. Now we go into the main highlight. I'm gonna keep using the blend. Go into the main highlight, the one that looks most like our skin tone, this one. And I'm gonna put that lower face here. So just kind of, and you can kind of chisel out your contour line a little bit more with that main highlight. But you put this where you don't have product, and you just kind of stipple it in. And then we will be ready just to kind of do a final blend. So I'm gonna switch to my blush and bronzer brush. I love this brush. I like to blend light to dark, but it really doesn't matter. This is like forgiving makeup, made for the beginner or someone who actually knows what they're doing. It made me wanna try makeup again, so. And then you always wanna flick up with that contour because you wanna lift the face. Blend any lines out that you see. And then we'll add a little lip cheek. So I have brightness, I have coverage, I have some dimension. Gotta do something about my hair. Okay, so let's add a little lip cheek, and that will be, I'll show you the bundle. I don't really have anything that goes with red, but I'm gonna use ruby. Why not? So this is one of my favorite pinks. She is such a good color. And I like this makeup not only because it's all in one spot, but it's super versatile. So all of our lip cheeks are designed to be lip cheeks, so you know they actually go together. So I love that. So Ruby, a super fun pink, and I'm gonna use her on my cheeks too. So just dabbing in, barely dabbing, because you know we have a ton of pigment. And then I go on the apples of my cheeks and kind of work it up, but look how pretty Ruby is. Such a good pink. But we have beautiful neutrals too, so don't let this little Ruby scare you away if you're like, holy, I like blush, but not that much blush. Summer Love is a super pretty subtle color, Desert Sunset. But this one's Ruby, and she's good. Ruby on my lips and my cheeks. So everything I did right there, your 3D foundation, a lip cheek, a palette, and a brush costs you $111. So it's a great place to get started with Saint. And we got time. We got till Friday. But I'd get those color match selfies taken today if you get a chance, because then you'll have your colors when you're ready to dive in. I'm going to add bronzer because I wear it all year round, and we need spring to come. So this is just telling it to hurry its little booty up. So I love our blush and bronzer brush. I'm partial. But you can bundle these for cheap. So you get Bella Bronzer and the brush. I think it's discounted $6. So if you're a bronzer girl and you like this brush, you can always go to the bronzer collection and you're going to get it a little cheaper. So I like to put it top of cheekbone, top of forehead, lower jaw, tip of nose, and then I always bring it down my neck too. I love Bella. We have 4 to choose from depending on your skin tone, but most people can use Bella. And she's awesome. She warms up any look. No orange, no shimmer, just a nice cream bronzer. So I do have a setting powder in here if you're a setting powder gal. And then our eyeshadows are all $14. I will show you Illuminator quick because it's super fun. So this one is Starlit, and it's just supposed to be put on the tops of bony prominences. So I can add a little bit to my cheekbone, and you see it kind of catches the light. Super pretty, and you can use them as eyeshadows too. So that is Starlit Illuminator. Super, super pretty. Tons of add-ons, but if you want to start with the basics, it's $111. All your makeup's in one spot, 11 ingredients, super clean for you, and affordable. Oh, I like that they're magnetic too, because I go through my brightening highlight and my main highlight more than my contour. So I just pop those out, order my new tints, and pop my colors back in. Yay!